Welcome back to Friday Crypto. My name is Chase. Today we're going to look at Chainlink against the US dollar on the daily chart. Then we'll zoom out to the weekly, see what levels we need to be watching for. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Telegram, Twitter, and Patreon for more content, more help navigating the markets. So on the daily chart, what we're looking for Chainlink, look at all these up wicks, right? That's a lot of selling pressure. So people getting out right there. But we have an important kind of zone here from previous tops back in December. Top here, right? That's your zone that we need to hold to remain bullish and continue this little uptrend that we've been in 2023. We also have the 200-day in the pink right here, right? That is right in the middle of our zone. So as long as we can remain above, around 740, 750 for this weekend, then maybe we can bounce and move up further. If we don't, and we start closing outside of, 730, 740 area, that would just increase our odds. That's all you have in crypto is the odds. That would increase the odds of going down and testing this low here. So 668, and that would be kind of our break, right? If we fail to hold that level and close above that closing candle that closed at 668, so that's going to be your number, 668. If we close under that, then your odds go up again for going back to these lows, right? And then you got to draw another zone, right? So hopefully we don't have to look at this anymore, but this is our zone back in here, 550 to 575. That's just your odds, right? If you break outside of this, you're likely going to test this, and hopefully we can. All you have to do to remain in an uptrend is continue putting in higher highs and higher lows. We have that so far, but if we come down, there's our flip point, right? If we take that out, we're putting in a new low, and then that uptrend has now ended and we're going into a downtrend. Now, who knows how long those could last, but those are your odds, those are your pivot points. So hopefully that helps you. If we zoom out, right, let's look at the bigger picture. Let's go look at the weekly, and we can see that, well, let's take off the Bollinger Bands because that skews everything, right? Zoom in here. Right, we're under the 200 week, so you got to at least be a little bit more bearish because of that, right? Anytime any coin or stock is under the 200 week, you should be more bearish than bullish, right? But Chainlink is just kind of just held its head above the water here, just trending sideways, right? For the most part, sideways is what Chainlink is doing since just April, only about a year now. So 870 to 560, that's our numbers. If we can break above that, right, realize that those are important things happening. So if you put it on closing prices, right, takes out all the noise and the wicks, and there you go. So that's what we need to be taking out, 875. If you see Chainlink taking out 875, then we have some bigger things likely happening. What else do I like that we're above the 21 week? If we come back down here, right, today, tomorrow, next day, a month from now, you got to maintain above the 21 week to get bullish. Now, we haven't been above the 21 week at all during the bear market, right? Even going all the way back to, 2022, the March bounce, right? We didn't get above the 21 week. We are above the 21 week at this point. So let's remove that zone and keep in mind that this is probably your most important level for Chainlink right now. The 8 week is also there in the red, the 14 week just below. So 720, right? 715 as of right now for that 21 week. So maybe we see a wick this week, next week, whenever. Wicks below it are fine as well. We do not want to close below that 21 week. So closing price, you do not want to see after you've regained it, right? We don't want to see closing prices below that. So that's what you'd be watching for. So how about the 5-day Gaussian channel? What that's looking like for Link? We have not quite got to the median yet, right? By definition, the red Gaussian channel, I had a question on this the other day on one of my videos. So if you're watching, here's your answer. Otherwise, I'll just respond to your question in a moment on under YouTube. I try to respond to all the questions and comments on YouTube. So ask me a question or leave me a comment there. I always read all of them. So looking at the red Gaussian channel, you're more bearish by definition. Once you're inside the channel, the lower half is also more bearish than the top half. If you get to the upper half of a Gaussian channel, no matter what color the channel is, you're more bullish by definition, and you can start to potentially turn this channel back green. How do you turn it back green? It has to trend up ever so slightly. Can't be like a 1 degree above flat and you turn back green. So, and same thing to turn it red, right? See how like flat it is? And then as soon as it goes down, even ever so slightly, it turns red. And when your channels turn red to green, right, those are the big signals, right? So when we turned the 5-day channel red way back January of 2022, right, that was our huge flash warning sign. And look how much lower we went. So even the day, if you were to, get out this day, right, that's $17. Prices were 17. Did it go higher? A little bit, but not much, right? Went to 19, almost 20, and then, nuke it down. So buying underneath the 5-day Gaussian channel historically for any coin is usually a good idea, right? Chainlink hasn't had a whole lot of, deal with that, but this one bigger than most. But with a 20,000% uptrend move for the first several years, it's going to take some cool off time, and that's just what we're getting. So trending sideways, we're waiting for Link to break out. Even on the 5-day Gaussian, right, overtaking that median line would likely also get you above these candles. We're looking above 875 to really get more bullish. If you want to be ultra patient and, the least amount of risk, you wait till your 5-day Gaussian channel turns back green with your price action on top, and, it's go time, right? Price action, let's go back to last time, right? And this doesn't just work for Chainlink, it's pretty much everything. So your channel goes from red to green. Your prices, you wait for your prices to start closing on top. It doesn't mean that you're in up-only mode, right? We even went down here a little bit. We came all the way back down to the whopping 41-cent level after going to 60 cents. So still, percentage-wise, that's a pretty big drawdown, right? Let's see what we did, right? We went down even after printing outside of it, another 30% roughly, and then the bigger moves come, right? This is exactly how you do it. If you want to remain the most cautious, and you don't want to, play it, and you got patience for the yearly, the multi-year cycle game, right? That's how you would do it. And the earliest we could possibly turn that green, it's probably going to be late summer. That's the earliest. And that's assuming, prices are generally kind of going to trend this way, right? We don't have that even yet. So we obviously are going to have to be above, the $8 mark, $9 mark, $10 mark. We're going to have to be higher than the top of the Gaussian channel, which is going to be there before we can even think about turning it green. And that's just going to take some time. And if you're, anyone's, not that anybody asked, but I would guess the earliest possible time it's going to be July, probably more close to 2024, to get your prices on top of the Gaussian channel, turn it green, and, back to the glory days, right? So that is Chainlink wrapped up for you in a nutshell for the weekend. 5-day Gaussian channel. Had a lot of requests for that. The daily, we'll try to do a Bitcoin video later as well. Maybe look at the Gaussian channel on that and some important key levels. So remember, hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. I appreciate you watching this long if you have. Quote of the day: the eternal quest of the individual human being is to shatter his loneliness. How uplifting. Car of the day. Here we go. Here's uplifting. Koenigsegg Agera XS. Extra speed? I'll go with that. Carbon wheels, carbon everything. Multi-million-dollar price tag. Why not?